Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at Lutron's new Caseta Outdoor Smart Plug. I'm going to show you how I've integrated this into my HomeKit setup. These days there are more outdoor plugs that support HomeKit than ever before, so we'll have to decide if this one is worth the money because it's definitely not the cheapest. Let's go! Yo, what's up guys? Thanks so much for joining me today. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Shane and this channel is all about building an easy smart home using Apple's HomeKit platform with new videos published every Sunday right here. Now, I've been a fan of Lutron for quite a while because of their Caseta smart switches. I've been using them for a long time. They're actually the first brand that comes to mind when I'm recommending smart light switches to anyone. So when they first announced their new outdoor plug that supports HomeKit, I was like, okay, this could be good. Now, full disclosure, Lutron did send me this product here free of charge so that I could test it out and share it with you, but there are no strings attached and you're gonna get my honest opinion and feedback here, just like always. Now, in addition to HomeKit, this plug also supports the Amazon and Google Assistants if that's what you're into. So you're pretty much covered here no matter what you use. But just like the smart wall switches, this outdoor plug is not cheap. There are definitely more affordable options you can buy these days, even for HomeKit. This one here comes in at around $80 right now US, which is pretty steep. And on top of that initial cost, this does require the Lutron bridge in order to connect to HomeKit, which could potentially add another additional cost if you don't already have one. So is this product worth all this extra cost? What makes this outdoor plug any different, if anything? Well, this device, as you'd expect from any outdoor smart plug, is built to withstand the elements, but this one is built really well. It has an IP65 rating, which is a higher IP rating than most, if not all, the other outdoor plugs that I've seen. This means it's fully dust tight and can survive even the most severe rainfall, dust, and dirt. It can survive in temperatures from -4 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is -20 to 50 degrees Celsius. It has a polycarbonate body and fully protected internal electronics, so this is really built to last year after year, and you can feel the difference. This thing is solid, it's heavier, it just seems to be built better than the others that I've used. The total length on this thing is just over 19 inches. There is an on-off button that gives you manual control, which is always nice. It also has some screw holes on either side for mounting. This can work for outdoor lighting, motors and pumps, and low voltage transformers. Here's a list right here I'll put on the screen of all the load types and ratings that are supported. Now again, to control this remotely, you will need that Lutron bridge, which may be a downside to many, but this could also be a good thing depending on how you look at it, especially if you already have one or plan to buy into the Caseta products in the future. See, this plug connects to the Lutron bridge through Lutron's proprietary Clear Connect wireless protocol, which means it's not connecting directly to your Wi-Fi router as most smart plugs do. And it also doesn't use Bluetooth or Zigbee or anything else. This has been something that I really like about the Lutron Caseta wall switches. You know, these switches have been absolutely rock solid as far as their connection, speed, and reliability in HomeKit goes. And this outdoor plug so far proves to be no different. Now, I found that the range has also been fantastic. They say it's guaranteed to work up to 60 feet line of sight, which isn't going to happen because no one's going to put, your Lutron bridge outside with the outdoor plug. So they also say it works within a range of 30 feet through walls. Longer ranges are possible depending on your conditions. Now, my house and property is not super large, but just to test this out, I did pull the Lutron plug all the way to the back corner of my backyard, which I'm guesstimating is around 75 plus feet at least from the bridge. through multiple walls, and it was still able to maintain a perfect connection and worked flawlessly in HomeKit. And if you do have to go really far with one of these, they do sell a repeater device that will extend the range for your Lutron products if needed. Now, setup is super easy with Lutron products. I already have the bridge connected via Ethernet to my router. So to add this, I just opened up the Lutron app, tap the settings icon in the upper left-hand corner, tap add device, choose the outdoor plug, press and hold the button here for 10 seconds. Then choose the room to place it in. Then choose what the outdoor plug will be used for, and that's it. Now you'll see it in the room you chose. If I open up the Home app, the plug will be automatically added in the corresponding room since my Lutron hub has already been paired with HomeKit. Installation is super easy. Just plug it in. You can mount this if you want. They do recommend making sure the end of the cord is at least 3 inches above the ground when plugged in. Now, I actually had a few of these little siding hooks, so I just clipped one on here to mount mine without having to actually screw anything in. Now, another really great thing about these is you can actually pair them with a Pico Remote. And if you're a HomeKit user like me, technically, yes, you can use any HomeKit button to control these through HomeKit. But as I mentioned before, I have a lot of Lutron wall switches throughout my house, and I use a lot of these Pico Remotes as 3-way switches in my house, so I know they work just lightning fast with Lutron devices. So I wanted to add a Pico Remote to the switch plate near the back of my door to control the string lights on the back deck. Now, having an additional manual control is always nice for the family and guest. So I wanted to see if I can actually integrate a Pico Remote in with these other switches without having to make a bigger hole in my wall. It's actually pretty easy. Since Lutron sells these wall plates that don't show any screws, I just ordered a 4-gang wall plate, screwed it into the 3 switches that are currently there. Then I used 3M tape for my new Pico Remote, put it in there in the little spot, and boom, all done, snapped on the faceplate. And then I used the Lutron app to quickly add the Pico Remote and connect it to my new outdoor plug. Now I've got another way to turn on and off my string light that looks like it's built in with my other switches without having to actually cut into the drywall. And I gotta say, when the wife came home and saw this extra switch, first she was like, what's going on here? More stuff? And I showed her that it controlled the outdoor string lights, and she was like, that's pretty cool. So if the wife likes it, it's a win-win. So after using this for a while and after using other smart outdoor plugs in the past, would I recommend this? Is it worth the money? Well, it depends. And I know you hate that answer, but it really does. It's hands down a great product. The quality is, I'd say, unmatched, but it does come at a cost. So who is this for, and maybe who is this not for? Well, let's start with who it's not for. First of all, if you don't have a Lutron bridge and you don't have any plans to get any of the other Lutron products in the future, then this is probably not for you. I don't see any reason to want to go buy this plus another bridge just for an outdoor plug if you don't plan on getting any of the other Lutron switches or plugs or anything like that. Now also, if you just need this for like a month or 2 out of the year, maybe for Christmas decorations or something kind of small like that, personally, I wouldn't do it. I'd go with a cheaper one. That's just me. And another thing to consider, if you actually need more than one outlet to control with HomeKit or whatever, you might want to consider one of the other options out there that give you, 2 or 3 outlets. But if reliability is an absolute must, then this is probably going to be worth the money for you. If you need like some type of permanent lighting, kind of like I do with my string lights, or maybe a pool pump, something like that. If you already have a Lutron bridge like me, that does make it a lot more of a feasible option. And also, if range is a concern, this is probably a good option to consider, since this is using that Clear Connect protocol, as we discussed earlier, to connect to the Lutron bridge. I think you'll definitely get as good, probably better range than you'll get with, the competing Wi-Fi connected options on the market. Also, if you want to integrate a Pico Remote to control your smart plug like I did, maybe as another wall switch or something, then, well, there you go. You have to use Lutron products to pair with the Pico Remotes. One thing I did want to note, this is probably the only outdoor smart plug I think, and I've got a number of them, that doesn't have like a 90-degree angle. So I actually thought this was going to be a problem outdoors because where I installed this, because I wanted it to be able to fit under that cap that I have. I thought it was going to stick out, but because it is flexible, I was actually able to plug it into the top outlet and kind of bend it down, and it was able to fit within that case once I mounted it underneath. So it did all fit there, but that's just something to consider. This one does not have that 90-degree mount like you'll see with most of the other smart outlets that you can buy. You know, like I said before, at the end of the day, you do really get what you pay for when it comes to Lutron Caseta products. It is a premium price, but you're getting that premium quality. And I'm here to tell you the other Caseta products that I've used have really stood the test of time for me and have been rock solid in my HomeKit setup and experience. So, you know, I expect this to be no different over time. You know, when I first hooked up my string lights in a HomeKit a couple years ago, I used a different smart plug, and I think there was literally only one option for an outdoor HomeKit smart plug at the time. Nowadays, we've got a number of other options to choose from, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see, you know, like a comparison video of all these different outdoor smart plugs for HomeKit. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that and other HomeKit videos that we publish every Sunday. And if you can't wait until next Sunday, check out some of these other HomeKit videos right here on the screen. Hit that like button if this video helped you out in some way. And also hit that join button down below if you want some details on becoming a channel member. Thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, we'll see y'all later.